Hi, I'm Neil Thompson from Grand Tour Restorations. We currently restore GT Falcons and manufacture spare parts for them. We've been in business for roughly 18 years and still here and still enjoying it and still loving every day.
Okay, so what got you into it, Neil?
A mate of mine did a rollback in a GT at the front of 7-Eleven some 20 something years ago at about 40-50 k's in reverse, and it didn't break, and he came back and did it again, and I had a Charger and I was 17 years old. I had 3 diffs, 2 gearboxes and 2 engines, and if I did it, it would have broke as well. So it had to be a GT Falcon. Anything with a 9-inch and a top loader, and I was sold.
Okay, so they're tough. What else do you like about them?
Oh, they're tough, they're unique. I don't believe there's any other Australian muscle car like them, and I'm hook, line and sinker a Ford man, apart from the Mopar.
At risk of getting into trouble, do you have a favourite model?
Would definitely have to be the GTHO Phase 2.
Why's that?
I love XWs. The look of the car, the engine I believe was tougher than the Phase 3, and they don't have a rev limiter. A few other bits and pieces. The badging on the car. If you look at a Ford production line of a car, the last model, every corner is cut to sell that car and to produce it as cheap as possible. Where the XW, like just the badging on the boot, badges on the guards, the stickers, they were just something else. Where you come to XY, they just had a sticker along the side with a Subaru stuck in the centre of it. Every corner was cut. We vary in what type of work people want. We can cater from the guys that just bring a car in, want a full restoration, haven't got the time to put their resources into it, so we take the whole project on and manage the whole project for them. Then we've got the guys that, for instance, a car up on the hoist, he's got a vibration and it's a lookalike GT, and he's been to 3 or 4 other places and he's come here because he knows it will get fixed and it will be done right.
Okay. Sort of people who own GTs?
Oh, anyone. You'd be surprised who own. We've got one customer that's an old lady. You know, she's 65 years old and she's got a GT Falcon sitting in the shed, and she drives it too. And then there's the young guy that have been brought up and their fathers or their uncle had a GT Falcon back in the days, and it varies, you know. This is the XR GT, and this is where it all started. XR GT was the first one that they made. This one's come in for a full restoration. I bought this car for a client, and he owns an XY GT, and he's very passionate about his cars, and he wanted us to build him an XR GT. So we purchased it, and this is the car for him. This car here, it's another genuine Phase 3. This is a really rare car actually. I've probably known this car for a good 25 years, and a lot of people in the industry and into the GT Falcons would know of the car as well. We purchased this car for a client probably around about 5 years ago. We call him the Aussie Battler. Anyone who owns a Phase 3 must be a battler. But yeah, we've done a bit of work on it. We've tidied it up. We've gave it a paint job on the outside without going back to bare metal and stuff like that, and cleaned it up and gone through the engine bay and tried to keep it pretty original.
Tell me a little bit about your monster.
Well, this is my car, and as every mechanic, they have a car that doesn't run too good, or if you're a plumber, the toilet won't work properly. Well, this is my Phase 2. I've owned this car for 15 years. I drove it twice. It got pulled apart, and here it sits. Body's just about ready. I have a 4-year-old son and a 2-year-old son, and I think my goal will be at 15 or 16 years old, I'm going to teach them to build this car. Hopefully it'll be painted by then, hopefully.
I knew she was the one. The heart's going a million miles an hour, the mouth's dry. It's love, mate. Pure and simple. In '71, this was the fastest 4-door car in the world. Back then you could pick one up for a bit over $4,000. Insurance, it's got to be Shannon's.
No one knows your passion like Shannon's. And with our multi-vehicle discount, you can even cover your daily drive. So call Shannon's on 13 46 46. Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts.